Sathya Sai Baba, born on 23rd November 1926 in Puttaparthi. He attained Samadhi on 24th April 2011 in Puttaparthi, in India. Sathya Sai Baba said, "When the sun rises and shines, not all the lotus buds in the lakes and ponds bloom. Only those that are ready do. The rest have to bide their time. But all are destined to bloom. All have to fulfill that destiny. There is no need to despair." Sathya Sai Baba, born as Satyanarayana Raju, was an Indian guru and philanthropist. At the age of 14, he claimed that he was the reincarnation of Shirdi Sai Baba and left home in order to serve society and be an example to his followers. The Sathya Sai organization has over 1,200 centers in 126 countries. Never have I ever seen an organization with so much love and so much of discipline. Never ever, generations and generations to come, people will start suspecting whether such a person ever walked on this earth in God's form. God himself has come to this land to show people a path. The rich, the powerful, the most educated, the most intelligent was at his lotus feet to do his bidding. Such was the power this small person in a small body could evaporate a power nobody in the whole world could ever imagine. After 500 years, 1,000 years, people might even start suspecting these are all fairy tales. Such was the effect. Hundreds and thousands of people just in a most disciplined manner in military couldn't do it. The man who never held any top position like the Prime Minister, President or Chief Minister, or neither military ruler, neither he had nuclear bombs or an army behind him, just with an empty hand, he just walked. And in fact, Swami never walked, he was flowing. Such was the artistic style. Sathya Sai Baba said, "When the sun rises and shines, not all the lotus buds in the lakes and ponds bloom." Yes, not all the buds in the lakes and ponds bloom. When the sun rises and shines, some uses the sun to collect the solar and convert it into electricity. Some takes the dresses to dry it up. Some uses the food materials to dry, and it continues. Some uses the sun's rays to get the diseases out. I know one of my person whom I knew was used to put all the oil on the body and walk up and down. I didn't know what was he doing. One day when I asked him, he said, "I got cancer," and I put the oil and was always in the sunlight throughout the sun rising till sunset. I'm outside and walking up and down. In 6 months or 2 years, he didn't have any cancer at all. So it is also a medicine. When the sun rises and shines, when the education department sends you the question papers, and the question papers start shining, not all the students can write all the answers. Some writes beautiful answers, some writes okay answers, some just cannot write the answers. Not all the lotus buds in the lakes and ponds bloom, only those that are ready do. God has kept something. Only when you're ready, even if you have studied, sometimes you are not ready, then the answers might not open. That doesn't mean you do not know. It is there. It is there, yes. When you pass your today's SSLC examination results, some passes, some loses. Those who pass will go to university or they go to some technical course. So those who lost also, they always can make another attempt. When they lose, you become more conscious. Maybe God has kept something more for you. the more people who are losing feels that they must hit the target. When you look at Sathya Sai Baba, when you look at Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, all these top people, have you seen them going to the school? Krishna also have not seen a school or a college. Or look at the effect. So it is not that they don't try to think this, divide this and that, past and failures. Do not, children, do not look into the passing out and failures. No. Both are needed. Daddy is also needed, mommy is also needed. Both are needed. You need even the manure. The manure is very needed for the plant. You need the plant, the fruit also, you need the manure also. Understood? So you should not feel bad. In that case, if you looked at Sathya Sai Baba, huge amount of stones were thrown at Swami. Even Buddha said, if somebody abuses you, and if you refuse to accept that abuse, to whom does it go? It goes back to them only, to the person who abused. But Sathya Sai Baba, Swami has taken so much abuses, converted those abuses into beautiful manure, and he kept on walking. He didn't turn back to even answer. And the people who were abusing saw the trees and they started plucking the fruits and eating. Such was the grace and the flow. If Swami can do it, why are you feel sad if you lose it? Who is giving you the answer that you lost? Your whole body is not lost. The eyes are not lost. The ears, the brain, the heart. Yes, such should be your feeling if you lose or you win. What? Do not make any attempt. When you passes, if you lose, one more attempt. Yes, there's nothing wrong in that. Such should be your power, students. Such should be your power of the businessman. Such should be the power of the people who are making an attempt to act in the movies. They wanted to become a very good actor, and then they wanted to change the script to my style, that every film should have a solar, teaching how to collect the sunlight, convert into solar, and the rainwater harvesting, grey water harvesting to black water harvesting to check dams to drip irrigation. All that those actors were thinking. But if they not get a chance, forget about it. He can become a writer. So many God has given, not one. Such is the power of the God. Only those that are ready do. Those buds which are ready, they bloom. The other buds will bloom next day, third day, fourth day. That you must understand. The rest have to bide their time. You have to have the patience. Yes. When you have the patience, the truth is bitter, but the fruits are sweet. The rest have to bide their time. The truth is bitter, they say. When you lost, it is bitter. But you make sure the fruits are sweet. Yes, you become more conscious. You become very close to the divine. You become like a Maharishi. That consciousness makes you a saint. Understand that. Failures are stepping stones to success. But all are destined to bloom. All will pass. You are passing every day or something or other. You saw the wind. You passed. You were able to see sunlight. You passed. You saw the rainwater. You passed. You took bath. You passed. You got up. You passed. You were able to breathe. You passed. You were able to eat. You passed. You did not eat or you fasted. You passed. So many passing. Then why you worried about somebody remote controlling with a small thing? You passed or not? But all are destined to bloom. All have to fulfill their destiny. You have to fulfill their destiny. Your concentration, if you put it up, you will always win. You can roar like a 1,000-man warrior. Yes, and you know, so many people will be after you. There is no need to despair. Never, never, never. The moment you feel sad, moment the tears fill your eyes, another opportunity which is open, you will miss that opportunity. Yes, they said the tears blocks you from seeing another opportunity opening. That was the song of our Swamis, song of the God which walked on this planet Earth. Centuries later, people will say this was a fairy tale. That was the power that most of the people who would get a chance to be with Swami, do his fantastic work. Satya Sai Baba said, when the sun rises and shines, not all the lotus buds in the lakes and ponds blue, only those that are ready do, the rest have to bide their time by it, but all are destined to bloom. All have to fulfill that destiny. There is no need to despair. This is my 129th short discourse.